Good morning, everybody. Today, our guest speaker is Grand Master Brana Anand. For some of you, Brana Anand may not be the. You may have seen Madame Anand in 2011 or 2012. She was our guest speaker. GM Brana is a spiritual teacher at DivineYu Academy, an academy for naturo-therapy, wellness, and self-development. Born with natural capabilities to harmonize subtle energy, she uses this gift to assist her students in their evolution to enable them to reach their full potential and inner peace. Brana holds a Master of Science degree in biomedical engineering. She integrates ancient wisdom, modern science, and unconditional love energy to be used for both wellness and happiness. She is a graduate of the nutrition program at the T. Collins Campbell Center for Nutritional Studies from E. Cornell University, based on whole food plant-based nutrition. Banana is a member of the Canadian Naturopath and Naturo-therapy Association. She is inspired by yogis, Tibetan masters, Kabbalists, Sufis, shamans, Native Americans, and ancient essence around the world with whom she studied. So, I hope you all will enjoy her conference, and I will enjoy. Brana, it is this.
Thank you. Thank you so much. When Mira invited me, I was very happy to be here by the Center of Consciousness. And this is in the loving memory of Dinesh Saxena, who was one of my students. The first time he came to the academy, I didn't know him, I didn't know his name. He told me, Brana, you have to make sure that I get enlightened, that I don't incarnate again. So today, in his honor, I will do teachings that will be touching upon self-realization or enlightenment, but simplifying it for us to be able to apply some of those things in our everyday life. Because it's about inner peace and happiness. And Vinash's big dream was to create a center for consciousness studies, so where people would get awakened, where people would find their inner peace and happiness. And so I'm sure from the Unity Consciousness, he continues doing it. And Mira is doing a wonderful organizing, continuing the activities of the Vinesh Saxena Family Foundation, and bringing you all together and continuing to grow. As we have seen during the break, wonderful teachings were shared by you. And I think those gatherings are important for the well-being, for the healthy connection of mind and body, and our spiritual evolution. So this morning we did a little bit of the ancient Himalayan masters' approach to well-being. One was through exercising joints, another one was through pranayama, and then through transmission of energy and meditation. And then we got wonderful retreats by Mira that she prepared and shared with us. Now we go a little bit deeper into the teaching. Do you think that there is a single person here that does not want to be happy or peaceful? Uh, is there anyone here who never suffered? Mhm. Who never lost anybody they love? Mhm. Who didn't get sick or is not aging? So all of those things that creates change in our life, like aging and sickness and death and separations in the relationships, create certain states of suffering. Even when we have a particular desire to get something that we want, we get it, but it's not really what we thought we want. And that also can cause suffering. All the attachment to our particular desire creates suffering. So we are creating in our mind for ourselves unfavorable conditions to suffer. If we get something and we don't realize that one day we will lose it, surely, because this is just impermanent earth, then when we lose it, we will get a heartache for losing it and suffer. And even if we get something that we want, this might not be exactly what we wanted and how we imagined it, and that also can cause. So it's all of those cravings, desires, and attachment to things, attachment to particular results of our activities that creates a suffering. And that happens in our mind. It's not somebody else creating this in your mind, the particular desire for a particular result or particular. It's us in our mind that we create. How do we have life that is peaceful when everything is impermanent, everything changes? Our best friends become our enemies are best friends, and everything's changing. And it's sunny and it's rain and it's a tornado, it's a fire. It's just changing conditions. We see that on external conditions, but those kind of changing internal conditions are continuous in our mind. For an untrained mind, 50,000 thoughts raise per day throughout. Like, oh, when I was a kid, I had this blue shirt. And, oh, my fridge is empty, I have to go shopping. Oh, I didn't respond to this text message, I have to. It just goes on and on and on, and it's very disconnected. Our thoughts are disconnected before we start training our mind for inner peace. What is the training of the mind for inner peace? Is the same thing as enlightenment, reducing our suffering and increasing happiness in our life. Is expansion of compassion towards self and others. Example, how do you feel when you love somebody? When you think about them and you love them, how do you feel? A feel? Oh, like little butterflies in the stomach, so it's pleasant. It's very pleasant. Anything else when you love somebody? Feel okay. Yeah. Good dreams, good dreams. So, does it make us happy when we love somebody? Yeah. So then the first thing, remember, for your own happiness is when you love somebody. It doesn't depend whether this somebody else is going to do something for you. It doesn't depend on conditions. It depends only of your own inner feeling. If you love somebody, your inner self will be giggling, will be full of energy. Isn't it? Did you experience that? That love for someone. Whether that could be a person, it can be a pet, it can be a place where you live, it can be for the plant. Love comes in so many different shapes. Is by loving, we reduce our suffering. And if I decide today, I love you all, there will be my happiness level. It's just going to grow and grow and grow. Maybe I decide to love you before I even meet you. And imagine that kind of happiness. If you expand your love to the whole world, can you contain this kind of bliss and happiness? It's so expansive. If you decide to love the world with all its good things, with all its ego-driven ignorance things, with all of the creation, if you decide to love all of the creation, your bliss will have no end. And how powerful is that? And that depends only on you, on your body. I can sense a story coming up. It's this expansive, unconditional love that makes us happy. When we close ourselves in our own world, and it's only about ourselves and our own needs, when we don't expand our altruistic intention, this is where our hearts are closing down. We think we are not capable of great things. But you are. You are capable of amazing things. Human potential is infinite. You know, infinity, when you turn 8 upside down, what do you get? Infinity. Your potential is infinite. And you are connected with everything that exists. Even when you are alone, you are not really alone. You are part of one consciousness. We are part of one consciousness. I spoke many times with Dinesh about this one consciousness and about the other realms of beings when we evolve beyond our immediate circle of love and we expand it. So he had this kind of a vision for the world. That's what he wanted to accomplish with his consciousness center, to expand this vision of awakening, of oneness, of unity of all people. It's like the rays of the sun. We form one sun, and we are one ray of the sun. And the sun can't exist without you, without your ray, without your light that you are shining. So that's how we are all connected in one consciousness, like a big sun. You know what's the root cause of all disease, of all suffering? Of all the bad things that people do to each other? What's the root cause? Mount thousands, jealousy, and remember jealousy. No. Yeah, disconnection from who we really are, our authentic self. Disconnection from our authentic self. This is why today we were connecting with our own divine self, our own authentic self, our own ray of light that shines the light everywhere. We sometimes forget we carry the light because of so much burden of so many changes and so many traumas. So today, let us release it. Let us release it. Trust. Let us create the best future we can for your communities, your families, your place where you live. Remember why. What about those undeserving people? Do they be lost? See? Yeah, very good, very good. So what we perceive as undeserving people are driven by ignorance, lack of clarity. If they knew better, they would do better. So we extend our compassion even to those that might be perceived by us as undeserving. So we will invite today a compassion for everything. The root cause of our suffering. The root cause of all disease is considered to be ignorance. But this is ignorance is the opposite of wisdom. Wisdom is different than knowledge. Knowledge we receive by studying books, studying school. I studied so much, but the only thing that my education brought me, and my parents were also teachers, is knowledge, but not wisdom. Wisdom is different. Wisdom we gain through experience, through contemplative meditation, or through observing what's happening around. These are the three ways to acquire this, and we need wisdom. When we have wisdom, we can have everything. When we don't have wisdom, everything we have will cause us suffering. So the only thing we need to ask for in our life is, please give me wisdom. Whoever is your spiritual helper, your guide, whether your spiritual guide is Krishna, Shiva, Brahma, whether you are relying on Bhagavad Gita or Vedas or the Upanishads, or you are reading the Bible and your teacher is Jesus and Mother Mary, whether you are reading the Buddhist sutras and scriptures, or whether you are in touch with nature as a Native American, as being one with nature, all of those spiritual connections with the world around us can help us in getting wisdom. Ask for help. The only thing I need in my life is wisdom. Then you know what you need to do for your health. You can't be swayed by advertising what is healthy or not healthy. You have wisdom. You know it directly, you know it. And so that's what we need to create a life of our dreams. The only thing we need is wisdom. That is what we need to find a way for ourselves to be in a complete balance and harmony with the world around us, within us. And one of the training of the mind is contemplative meditation and meditation to have a calm mind. That is the first step. The first step is a calm mind. And then the second, contemplative. But to have a calm mind is a process, is a training of the mind. It's like when we walk into the ocean and we have a sand on the bottom of the ocean. And we are walking, and then really sand is coming up. And then we want to see what's on the bottom. What we are walking on. Like, is there a stone? Is there a little animal that we are going to step on? We can see if we make the water unclean. So if we are just doing action, 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 action without having wisdom, without having clarity and calmness of the mind and the purity of the mind, whatever we'll be creating might be causing us suffering. We are creating suffering. We need to calm our mind to be like a clear ocean, calm it. And then you can see what's on the bottom. You can see the truth. You can have a direct awareness by looking at the bottom. Looking at the depth. Looking at the things the way they are without putting a pinky glasses, without putting a dark glass. Not being pessimistic nor optimistic, but just being realistic. Seeing the reality the way it is. In a complete peace is a new concept. Not having a neutral moment. Mantra is called protection for the mind. When our mind is being stretched with conditioning, with belief systems, with different afflictive emotions that come up, like anger and fear and grief and shame and guilt, all of those, when they start coming up, they create muddy surface. We can't see anything on the bottom. So we need to clean and clear that. Protection for the mind is called mantra. So today I'm going to teach you the mantra of, it's called an enlightened being, Amitabha. Amitabha reached his enlightened state with no suffering, and he has a pure land where we can transfer somebody's consciousness in this pure land to receive the teachings directly from the enlightened masters. But before even we reach there, we can connect with that pure realm by chanting a particular mantra, which is protection for the mind. And that one, particular one, is creating a wisdom of perfect discernment. Discernment is to discern good from bad. Will this action produce something good, or will it produce something bad? So this kind of desire attachment dissolution and entering into the consciousness of peace can be helped by the Buddha Amitabha. If you did not create the strongest connection with any one of the former spiritual teachers, this is going to be sufficient for you to protect your mind from the influences so you can stay independent, peaceful, true, and loving within yourself. It's permeated by compassion. That the Buddha Amitabha is the expression of infinite compassion for everyone, equally. Mantra is simple. Om, O-M, Ami, A-M-I, Deva, D-E-W-A, Hri, H-R-I- H. Om Amideva Hari. Om Amideva Hari. Om Amideva Hari. Excellent. Since the ancient time, by chanting the kind of mantra that we will transfer today, we help our well-being. We help our mind to clear this sand, to clear the mind. And all of a sudden, oh, we have a solution to our life situation. We are now feeling good. We chant the mantra 108 times, and all of a sudden we are feeling more relaxed and better. It's a simple tool and so very powerful. And today we will chant it 108 times. What means mantrify? 108 times we chant it and we can mantrify the space, bless the space, bless everybody in the space. But it's also used sometimes to bless the water, to mantrify the water, to mantrify the food, to mantrify also herbal pills. If they are organic herbal pills or teas that you are taking, then Om Amideva Hari, mantrification of these water, herbal pills that are organic, or the space, or even yourself, will be very, very helpful in you reaching this state of inner peace and tranquility within yourself. Would you like to try? Okay, let us chant together. So it's going to be very, very nice. We hear us chanting together. And when we are in a group, the chanting just brings up the energy higher and higher. And you don't need to be any kind of expert in meditation. Is there something happening? The birds are coming. Birds are trying to come and receive Om Amideva Hari mantra so they could go in the Pure Land. Good. This is called Mala, and this one was given to me by a Hindu high priest in Bali. So he has given me this as a gift. He says, "Oh, I know you." I said, "I'm from Montreal." No, I know you. I said, "From where?" He said, "From India." I said, "I don't remember." I don't remember. So and then he gave me this as a gift for chanting of the mantras. So this mantra, Om Amideva Hari, is considered to be a Buddha mantra. Buddha is considered to be a being that has reached his state with no suffering through personal meditation and contemplation. Good. So let's just hear it 3 times, and then we will chant it 108 times. Welcome. Nothing to worry. Yeah, nothing to worry. Relax. So what we are relaxed and mind, this is the time, the space for yourself, just going within yourself. And Mira asked me, "Oh, we can put the screen and projector." She was so kind and prepared everything. I said, "No screen or projector today. Today is only we go within you as deep as possible to realize some things and reach inner peace and relax. No distractions. Only you within yourself, your authentic self, your loving self, your infinite self." We just hear it 3 times, the mantra, and then we will chant together 100 times. Om Amideva Hari. That's good. Om Amideva Hari. Om Amideva Hari. Now we will chant together the current feeling, feeling. Om Mani Padme, 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 Om Mani Padme. You can manage yourself and let it flow into our food. And you can place your hands like this, the left foot in the bottom, the right in the top. You join them, perfect in the loud. We are in a meditation mantra. Once we get down, breathe, and we are in a meditation mantra. And you're going to see a monk dressed in red robe. visualize with his hand. He's blessing you with a beautiful, warming red color that permeates into the light and comes into the heart, into these and the body. Never in love, but in the of infinite light, the infinite compassion, and the point of the welcoming love, to have love welcoming, which shows up also in our beautiful best friends. This is the welcoming love. The welcoming love is infinite life. Now is the time to ask for quality of life and longevity for yourself, your longevity, and to have a good quality of life, to be blessed with the energy of longevity. Now next to the red suit, there is a mountain of green suit and green mountain, beautiful green road. It gives you the blessing with the moon. It is teaching you the wisdom of perfect accomplishment. Permeating the green field, your crown chakra into your heart, developing the wisdom of the accomplishment. Clearing the karmic obscuration, your inner peace and happiness. Transforming in jealousy and anger into the wisdom of accomplishment, resolving that see blue color clouds coming through. The blue color light pacifies and then right presently the blue light comes through and develops light and teaches you a mirror light where your mind will be calm and clear, where you will be unshakable. You will really and power and maybe and find joy and forgiveness and release yourself and being mission. This is very like encourage it enters your financial career and goes into heart and radiates with a golden light, teaching you the wisdom of the community, dissolving in the power in the place in the wisdom of the community and quality. This is a field where your wishes can be manifest. Ask for something in your life to manifest. Ask the golden light. Ask the help to manifest your fulfilling dreams. How it would feel if all of your wishes would be fulfilled here in your heart. And observe your wish. Is it wish only for yourself, or are you wishing others well too? Now you see this field of a beautiful luminous white light. And you enter in this field and it feels like a little waterfall. Everything is showered, everything. You are being showered with this white light. And all the false views are dissolving. And you are getting a clear vision how to end your suffering, how to free yourself, and how to flow from all of that. And we create this big circle, happy circle. Where you remember that you are appreciated, you are loved, and this your love is precious. We try to do it in the heart. For experiencing the experience of compassion and wisdom together. We transform the heart. We are creating that future for ourselves. And I think we need to become that. Maybe you experience a little bit of energy tingling while you're alone. Okay. Now, I'm open for questions. Inner peace and happiness. Ask anything you like. And I'm going to repeat your question. I don't know if I can hear people on Zoom. I don't see I can see only my own screen. So if they ask a question, will I hear them? I can hear them? Okay. So whoever wishes to ask the question, you are welcome. Anything, hello. And they're very simple, something that's important to you.
Whether the last time I'm going to go to sleep,
Yeah, yeah,
that's a lullaby.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It protects the mind because our mind is shared. Space is shared with the consciousness of all other beings, and there are also many other thoughts that come into our mind. When it becomes very, very calm, we can finally relax. because we are doing a lot, we are taking a lot of action, doing this and doing that, we have to do this life. But we need a state of relaxation, deep relaxation. We need to step away from everything we are doing and do at least a little bit of our spiritual practice. And mantra is a perfect way. It's not difficult. Not difficult. It's very effective. It's 108 times in the morning and in the evening. Good. Thank you. Thank you so much for explaining. Do you have any question? Would you like to learn something?
I believe that sometimes see the awakening is the Brahma Kumari.
Brahma Kumari.
She
Yeah.
talks
Yeah.
very well, which comes in the life.
Good. Good. Yeah. Yeah, very good. So that's it's very good to connect to some spiritual teachings and to follow some spiritual teachings. There are many paths, but the top is one. Like enlightenment state is the same state for all beings across the world, but there are many paths to reach there, and they are very individual. Or whatever path is perfect for somebody might not be the perfect path for somebody else. So this is why you find your unique way to relate to your spiritual, to your divine self, to your core essence, to your authentic self. And then you follow this path. Because all lead to the same place. The place of happiness and inner peace. And harmony. All spiritual path. Very good. Thank you for sharing it. Any specific reason why the chant is yeah, it usually takes those amount of chants to place our mind in a calm state. We can do more, but if we do less, it's the result will not be the same. We can do 108 times multiple, twice, 3 times, 4 times, but not less than 108 times. Then it's not very effective. The mantra. Om Amideva Peri. We are connecting with the enlightened being called Buddha Amitabha. And inviting him to teach us a wisdom of discernment and dissolve desire attachment that creates suffering to us. So we are dissolving desire attachment. Each mantra protects the mind. This particular is bringing the wisdom of perfect discernment. How to discern when to say yes, and how to discern when to say no, and how to discern when not to say anything. So that's the kind of wisdom of discernment. And that's the mantra of the Buddha that welcomes in its realm everyone, or whether they meditated their entire life or they just heard the mantra first time, it all comes to mind. So yeah, but the mantra, if we are chanting, then we keep our mind occupied with the mantra. And if you are chanting out loud, so the thoughts cannot go elsewhere. If they try to raise you, you will forget your mantra, what you are chanting. So this is why it's a very good break from your own thoughts. And so that you can stabilize the water and see the bottom where you are walking, what you are doing, what are going to be results of your speech and action and thoughts.
Some of the mantras they have a sound has the effect on the brain. So if we say Hare Rama, Hare Rama, what you say, it makes a sound,
Mhm.
and the same thing that we say, oh,
Oh, it
without
has a
the
vibration.
your
Mhm.
thought and your sound goes in the brain. So
Yeah.
I think the sound plays big role when we are doing the second and
Mhm. Yeah.
not the content, it's the
Mhm.
sound
Mhm.
that you get in the
Mhm.
teeth.
In a way, there is something to it to share because we are all vibration. Huh? Sound is vibration, and we are all vibration. If we take a look into my body, we can see some matter, and then we can see some clothes. If we zoom in with an instrument, we are going to see molecules, and then we will zoom in some more, some instruments. Then we are going to see a little bit of light with the CCD camera. And then if we zoom some more, then there will be only atoms. Atoms, there is a nucleus, and atom going, electrons going around the nucleus like that. And we zoom some more, and there is nothing. So what you are looking at is really nothing. It's a vibration, and a particular vibration creates even the colors. We can see only a small spectrum of light. From red to purple, we see only a small spectrum of light waves. And because this color reflects all the colors, it's light. And because this color reflects yellow, you see yellow because it reflects only yellow. In the same way, we are this vibration. We are a particular frequency. We could say individual frequency, individual vibration. And mantras harmonize our vibration within ourselves and with the environment around us through the vibration, the sound that we change. Really? Really? Thank you. Anybody else have a question? You're welcome, question. Somebody asked me whether I was a rishi. Rishi means ancient teacher that has received direct revelation from God, and they have written Vedas, the very ancient scriptures. No, I'm not. I'm simply here as your spiritual friend, as somebody who came here with an open heart to share anything I know to improve your life, your everyday life. Mhm. And I hope it was useful to you, and I hope you will continue doing your mantra chanting and visualizing a different color to bless you, and that you are going to have a great benefit in your life and transformation from this today's class. And if Mira recording this, you can replay and redo the meditations as many times as you want when you are feeling you need some help. This will be very, very helpful. You will be receiving directly in your streams of consciousness different kind of wisdom to resolve your life situation. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. Hope you will remember that your heart is infinitely good. Inner energy is infinite. And that you will remember this state turned around. That was a zero and became two zeros and then became infinity. I just allowed it. I will remember this and all of your beautiful hearts that you came to share.
So then you're explaining on something with the Reiki, like we are expert on that area, what's the difference
Mhm.
between Reiki and the other kind of,
Energies.
you know,
I teach many different kinds of transference of energies. One of them is Reiki. Reiki is transferring of the energy with the hands. The energy is available to us infinitely around us in the universe. Rei means universal, Ki means energy. Mikao Sui, the Japanese, is credited by creating the Reiki or the method to transfer the energy with the hands. He was meditating on Mount Karuna. He was seeking his enlightenment. And then he was trying and trying and trying, and nothing would come up. He was not getting anywhere close to an enlightened being. So he was very disappointed going down the Mount of Karuna. And then he hit himself in like his toes, and they started hurting. And then he put his hands, and he realized he can heal himself with his hands. And he received through the rainbow kind of energy, the understanding of the transferring the energy of the hands. And rainbow, it's not coincidental because the enlightened being, when they reach their final state of enlightenment, they become a light or a rainbow light. So he received through those rainbows the symbols, and he started teaching others. The energy channels within ourselves we have with our birth. Reiki doesn't give you something that you already have. You have the energy channels within your own body. And from the top to the bottom, and from the bottom to the top, you have those one through the crown chakra, one through the root chakra. So you have those energy channels by birth. This is why kids, when they are born and something hurts them, let's say they're tooth hurts, they are going to intuitively place their hand where it hurts, or on a tummy. They will place intuitively hands. The hands will get caught. You will intuitively be able to transfer the energy through your hand. And that's being recorded in so many archaeological finds. There are finds with a hand that radiates the energy. So it's not that 200 years ago, Mikao Sui came up with a transferring energy with the hands. Even in the Bible, it's described how the energy can be transferred by a hand. Jesus was transferring and placing his hands on sick. Then his students went around the villages when he gave them, it's called the knowledge of heaven. Then they went around, and since ancient times, even before that, since the humanity exists, we have the energy channels that transfer the energy through the hands that we can develop further. Reiki classes help us to develop this energy further, to make it stronger, larger energy channels. And then we treat ourselves for stress reduction. And when we reduce the stress in our body functions in an optimal way. When there is too much stress on us, and in today's civilization, every one of you has a lot of stress. It's from the environmental stresses that our grandparents didn't have, from water, air, food, soil, seeds are today different. Also, you have this change in the complete change in the environment from how our grandparents had it, and then you have this fast-paced environment where you have to go to work, you have to work a lot, then you have to pay for the mortgage for the kids, for this and that. So there is a lot of stress on a human being today that didn't exist in our grandparents' time. So it's a miracle people are actually living. They are living, but living in pain and living with a huge amount of stress. Reiki is a perfect tool. It goes like this. You just place your hands and the stress dissipates. It's incredible. And you have the ability, even before initiation and without initiation, you have the ability to transfer the energy from your hands to yourself to reduce your stress. And in the classes, this energy becomes stronger. And today, all of you are receiving unconditional love energy. That's for me, Reiki is unconditional love that we forget when we incarnate in the physical plane. It's all about conditional love. People love you if you do things for them, or if you look certain way, or if you prepare a dinner for them. And so it's always with some conditions. This unconditional love that the universe has, that God has for all people, is flowing through your hands, and you can use it to help yourself. All the energy sources come from this unconditional love. The method is a little bit different because for each individual needs a different kind of method. We are not the same. As you can see, when there are fires, what do you need to pacify the fire? You need water, you need rain to pacify the fire. When there are too much floods and rains, what do you need to pacify the rain? You need a sun to come in and pacify the rain. So in the same way, we can have an imbalance of the elements within our own body. Maybe too much fire, maybe too much water, maybe too much air swirling. And for each person, there is an individualized therapy that is necessary to bring them in balance. In the same way, for each person, will work something different. For one person will work Hatha Yoga, for the other one will be Ashtanga. For one person will be the best Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is about perfect action that is dedicated for the wellness of all beings, with a self-respect, where we are serving others. Or for some other will be Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is the yoga of the heart, is expanding love for all beings, expanding love between God and the human being. For somebody else, it will be maybe the yoga of knowledge. So they want to study, and they want to study in depth certain things. So for each person, there is a different kind of approach that is necessary. And I like today, even Reiki schools, there are 180 different kind of Reiki schools. In the same way, there are so many different kinds of yoga out there, because a person needs an individualized approach, and you'll get connected to the school that has the answers for it. Very good. Thank you all for being today part of the conference. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for doing the spiritual quest that benefits yourself and benefits many others who are around you. Thank you.